Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a really fascinating source. It's a proposal for a quick, punchy 3-minute video presentation pitched to the Department of Agriculture, and its goal is to completely empower the next generation of Filipino farmers. Now, what's really interesting is that this campaign was designed specifically with a female narrator in mind to really connect with the audience and fundamentally shift how younger Filipinos view the agricultural sector. If you track entrepreneurial trends or national food security, you are absolutely in the right place. Let's get into it. Okay, let's dive into this. The proposal kicks things off by acknowledging a very real, very high-stakes problem. The agricultural sector is facing a silent but massive crisis: an aging farming population. Right now, the folks who have historically fed the nation are growing older, and they're starting to retire from the fields. Honestly, if we don't have a new generation stepping up to take the reins, we're looking at a severe vulnerability in both our agricultural output and our overall food security. It's a ticking clock, and it demands some fresh, immediate energy. So let's look at how we actually bridge this gap. On one side, you've got this antiquated perception of traditional farming, right? It's often viewed purely through the lens of backbreaking manual labor and an aging demographic. But on the flip side, we have the reality of modern agribusiness. This is exactly where the proposal argues younger Filipinos need to bring your energy. Modern agribusiness is all about dynamic new ventures, real innovation, and seeing agriculture not just as a way to survive, but as a highly strategic, scalable enterprise. There's just this urgent need to get the youth to see farming through this modern, entrepreneurial lens. Which brings us to a really vital question. Why is the Department of Agriculture launching grant programs specifically targeted at starting new agribusinesses? I mean, when a massive government institution pivots to offer direct financial support like this, it's a clear signal that there's a huge strategic catalyst at play. They aren't just handing out funds for fun. They're trying to architect a massive shift in who is actually running our farms. And here is exactly why they're doing it. The DA grant initiatives outlined in the proposal have some incredibly focused goals. First and foremost, they're designed to inject young blood into the sector because, youth brings that much-needed innovation. Secondly, these grants are there to literally fund the start of new agribusinesses. We all know capital is usually the biggest barrier to entry for young entrepreneurs, so the DA is just removing that roadblock entirely. And finally, the whole shebang circles back to our core problem. It's a calculated strategy to address the aging farmer crisis by physically replacing the retiring workforce with supported, funded, and energized young business owners. Section 1. Moving from theory to practice. Featured agribusinesses. And this brilliantly illustrates the strategy in action. The initiative doesn't just hand over a check and say, hey, good luck out there. Instead, it focuses on showcasing featured agribusinesses to young entrepreneurs. By highlighting specific, highly successful agribusiness models, the initiative actively rebrands the entire industry and totally shifts the narrative. When young people can actually see models of modern, efficient, and profitable agricultural businesses at work, the idea of farming completely transforms. It goes from being perceived as exhaustive labor to a legitimate, modern business opportunity that is just ripe for disruption. Now, let's make this personal for a second. Would a career in agriculture actually be rewarding for you? Why or why not? We've talked a lot about the macro problem, the nation's aging farmers. But what about the micro level? What about your own personal career evaluation? If you were to step into this arena tomorrow, what exactly is waiting for you on the other side? Well, when evaluating why someone would or wouldn't jump into these farming industries, the proposal breaks it down into two really compelling pillars. On the left, we've got the financial rewards. A career here means tapping into lucrative agribusiness models, fully backed by DA grant support to get your operations off the ground. It's a very viable path to financial independence. But moving to the right side, we have personal fulfillment. Because this isn't just about making money, right? It's about stepping into a vital career path where you are literally securing the nation's future. You're actively solving a crisis. It is incredibly rare to find a career that offers both deep financial success and such profound nation-building personal satisfaction. So the crucial point is captured perfectly in this quote from our source documents. The ultimate goal of the video is to rebrand farming as a lucrative and vital career path for the next generation. That is the entire framework of the proposed initiative right there. It's about changing minds, providing the capital to back up that change, and proving once and for all that agriculture is not a step backward. It's a massive leap forward for any ambitious young person. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final thought to chew on. The crisis is real, absolutely, but the grants are ready and the models are proven. The agricultural sector is literally waiting for its next generation of leaders. So, will you be the one to feed the future? I really hope this breakdown has sparked your curiosity and maybe even inspired you to look at agribusiness in a completely new light. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today and keep exploring those opportunities.